Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach and author of Food Truck 101, Beginner to Winner. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. For the next 2 episodes, I'm going to be talking about keys to your success. Each of these keys are things you need to consider and put into your daily life, because this isn't just about running a food truck. This is about you having a successful life. So I'm not going to be talking a lot about food trucks, but I am going to be talking about everything that applies to running a successful food truck business. The first key is focus on helping others. Zig Ziglar says you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. That's something that I live by. I give away a ton of information on my Facebook group. I give away free hours to talk to people. I want everyone to be successful. The goal of every successful startup is to help as many people as possible and as much as possible. So in our food truck world, we have people coming to us with a problem. They're hungry. So our goal is to help them become not hungry, to help them become fed. That's how we help them get what they want. And they, of course, in turn are giving us what we want, which is money to help pay the bills, so we have a little bit of money left over for profit. So when you create something that's of great value to many, many people, your business is assured of success. Food has a power that a lot of other businesses simply don't have. Food is related to memories. Food is related to celebrations. Food is related to just getting through the day. Think about how many people go out for coffee. Think about how many people go out to dinner. Think about how many people get frustrated and go, let's just go have lunch. I'm tired of this. Food is a break from the monotony of the work or the disappointment that they're having. Food is a way for them to reward themselves just for something. It takes their mind off of whatever's going on in their job. So when we show up with the implied promise of having great food and great service is fast service, those folks get to reward themselves and they get very, very happy about it. If they build that habit of seeing you and eating your food, that's a good thing. You got to understand the power that food has and that connection that people are going to make with your business over the food you serve. You could serve a product that reminds them so much of grandma's cooking, or you could serve a product that reminds them so much of what they had at their wedding, or you could serve a product that just reminds them of having fun with their kids, eating the hot dog at the park. Doesn't matter what the food is, there's more than likely going to be some memory attached to it. But when you contribute to what goes bad in their life, like you take too long to serve the food, they don't have a good association with your business. They don't have that great food memory. They just know that your food caused them to be late getting back to work because you took too long to serve them. Or they had to gulp down their food so quickly and not really enjoy it because, again, slow service. You got to understand the power that you have and use it to your advantage when you're helping other people. Because remember, that's what you're doing. You're helping other people. Key number 2, success is lived. As Zig Ziglar says, success is in the doing, not in the getting. In the trying, not in the triumph. Seeing success as an end goal is the biggest misconception people have about success in the first place. Success is always about the process of you becoming a better business, you becoming a better person, you something more than you are in this moment. Success is about the process. Success is about the journey. It is never about things and objects. And it's really more aptly summed up in this quote: what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Success is lived. Success is not an object. It's not an end of the journey. It's how you progress as a human being through that journey. That's success. It's never ever a dollar amount or an object. Key number 3, keep moving towards your goals. There's plenty of room at the top, but there's not enough room to sit down. Literally, people sit down in our industry. Walk up to a random food truck. Walk behind the food truck. You'll see a picnic table. You'll see a couple of folding chairs. You'll see an overturned pickle bucket. You'll see something for someone to sit down on. You may even peer in the window and see the cashier sitting down on a chair or a stool. These folks have a weak work ethic, and that weak work ethic is the seed of failure. And that seed gets watered every single time the vendor plops down in that chair, rather than figuring out a way to get more guests into the business so that they can continue to be busy. That same seed of failure gets heaped a lot of manure on it every time the vendor complains about things like low sales, or they blame everyone everyone else for something going wrong. It's somebody else's fault. Oh, I can't find cups anymore. Everything costs too much. It's the economy. It's the president. It is everything else except them handling whatever is thrown at them and moving forward. You keep moving towards your goals no matter what's thrown at you. Food vending is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And there are people on the internet right now telling you you can do six-figure this and you can build a hot dog cart for less than $1,000 and you can make $100,000 a year from it. And they give you pitches to buy products because all they care about is them selling a product. Food vending is not get-rich-quick scheme. Food vending is hard work, but you have to keep moving towards your goals. The elevator to success is broken, but the stairs to success are always available. Food vending is work, and it is not we've taken care of everybody, let's go sit down and smoke a cigarette. If that is your first inclination when the last guest is served, this business isn't for you. Key number 4, do you really have the time? Zig Ziglar says the lack of direction, not lack of time, is the problem. We all have the same 24 hours a day. Every person that's ever lived has the exact same number of hours in a day, hours in a week, hours in a year as you do. The only difference between those people who achieve things and the people that don't achieve things is the ability to use those hours effectively and efficiently. So I'm going to challenge you. Sit down tomorrow and go about your normal day with one tiny exception. Write down everything you're doing and how long it takes you to do it. You're going to be surprised by how long it takes you to do certain tasks, and you're also going to be surprised by how long the pause is in between tasks. I promise you, no matter how busy you are, no matter how much you work, you can get more done by working smarter, not harder. There are things you can combine. There are things you can cut down on. There are ways to save time. You have the same amount of time as everyone else. Remember, you can always earn more money, but when time is spent, it's gone forever. Key number 5, motivation is an acquired habit. Zig Ziglar is a motivational speaker. That is what everyone remembers him for, but he actually talks about a lot of things that help make your life easier, make your life better, but people associate him with being that super positive, over-the-top guy that only talks about positive things. There's a quote that he often says when someone comes up to him and says, hey, does that motivational stuff really last? Because, I just get down so easy. And he says, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. You're probably super excited about your future right now, or you might be questioning whether the economy is going to support opening a business right now. But if you work towards your dream of having a business, you can make it a reality no matter what the economy does, because there are businesses that started in the Great Depression in the 1930s that are still around today. In every economy, there are people that start a business and become super successful. And there's people that have a business that fails because of the economy. They don't react quick enough. They don't understand what's going on around them. The trick is to have the same excitement you feel right now tomorrow. And the first time something doesn't go your way, that's you taking that little daily bath in motivation. That's you wanting to stay in what you're doing and creating the motivation for yourself. And you do it daily. Look at your why. We talk about you need to have a strong why. There's a reason you got into this business. That reason should be strong enough to get you through the bad times. That's your personal motivation. If you don't have a strong enough why, it's easy to quit. And we don't want you to quit. I'm going to talk about key number 6 and then wrap it up for today. Key number 6 is to be a good finder. The healthiest of all human emotion is gratitude. No matter how little you have in life, find the things that mean something to you that you can be grateful for. You can be a millionaire or you can only be living from paycheck to paycheck. There's something in your life right now you can be grateful for. The fact is you can read a book, but did you know that 750 million people can't do that? They can't read. They can't learn on their own. If you have read a book this year, if you bought a book, we're not even talking about reading it. If you bought a book, only 20% of American families do that. So you're in the top 20% just having bought a book. CEOs of major companies read on average 4 books a month. So if you buy a book and then read it, you're 25% of the way of being a CEO or being like a CEO of a major company. Think about this. Do you have a warm bed to sleep in? You're alive. You have control over your own destiny. You have lots of reasons to be grateful about what's going on today. You most likely have people that love you. You probably have some good friends. You probably may have a good meal waiting for you. You have plenty of good in your life if you'll just look for it. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more you will have to express gratitude for. If you're enjoying these podcasts, please consider hitting the support button or follow the links in the description and offer any show of support that you can. Every little bit does help. If you guys like being around like-minded, positive, supportive people, check out our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. There you're going to find a ton of information and then a whole bunch of helpful people in our membership. We're there to help you succeed. Thank you guys so much for listening. I certainly hope you're finding all the information useful on your food truck business. You guys have a great day. Come back for part 2 tomorrow.